You guys, it's your girl Arahan back on this channel, and today I'll be telling you guys about my MacBook experience. So I feel like ever since I've been in Korea, like a couple of bad things has been happening to me, you know, with my ankle and now my MacBook, and I think it's for a reason, to share with you guys the experiences I have, good and bad. Like, I'm gonna give y'all the good and the bad of my experiences. So this is one of them bad experiences. This is also helpful because if you do come to Korea and you do have Apple, I am helping you out, sis. I'm helping you out, bro. Like, this will definitely help you if you have a situation with your Apple product and you come to Korea. So everybody knows that Samsung is a South Korean based company. So, you know, a lot of Koreans and a lot of people do use Samsung in Korea. I mean, I have seen a handful of people use Apple products, but, you know, Samsung is big out here, you know. It's not really Apple. So I broke my MacBook a while ago, like probably like 2 weeks ago. I broke my MacBook. I shattered this, like the screen got shattered because my phone fell in it. Like, don't even ask me how it happened. Like, just know I got off my bed, the cover made my phone fly into my screen and it just shattered. When I came back after going to use the bathroom, I'm just like, damn, son. And I was right in the middle of editing episode 14. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. Bro, I tell you, I just broke down and started to cry because I was just like, yo, what is going on? Like, why is everything bad happening to me? I was so angry, like, really angry. At night, I had on one of my phone and did research and seen, like, how can I get my MacBook fixed, because I have Apple Care. My brother, I got the MacBook for Christmas and my brother bought me Apple Care. So he bought me Apple Care for 3 years. So I knew that if I went to like an Apple reseller or an Apple store in Korea, I would get the Apple Care for it. So Apple Care covers certain damages. They don't cover like water damages and other types of damages, like crazy damages. They cover like damages probably to your screen, probably like, I don't know, like simple damages. That was a simple damage. It was just the screen, you know. When you get Apple Care on your phone, if your screen shatters, they're gonna fix it for you because it's a simple damage. If it's a water damage, that's a whole thing inside the phone, you know. I went online, I went on Google, and I'm trying to see, like, because I remember walking in Myeongdong one day and I seen like an Apple store, but it was called Frisbee. It's like an Apple reseller. Because I told you, Samsung is big out here, so I didn't really see Apple stores like that, you know. You don't see Apple stores here like the way you see in New York City. Before my MacBook shattered, I was in Myeongdong a few days ago and I seen like Frisbee, an Apple reseller. So I went on Google and I checked like, oh, how can, like, if you break your Apple product in Korea, where can you go? Some guy had a blog post about it, so he said he went to Frisbee and he had Apple Care and they covered the whole thing. It broke at night, so I went to Frisbee next morning. So if you ever go to Myeongdong, Frisbee, you go to the 3rd floor and that's where they do all the repair. So I'm waiting. So I get there and I just show the lady, like, and they all speak English. Thank God they all speak English because a lot of foreigners go there to go shop. So of course a lot of the staff at Frisbee spoke English. So I showed the lady my screen. I got there, I showed the lady my screen and she was like, oh, okay, wait. This is when stuff gets sketchy. Like, I was not having it that day. I don't know, everything was just going through my head, like just my ankle and all the bad things that were just happening to me in Korea. So I'm just like, nah, like, I'm not with nothing. I better get this thing fixed free of charge. So she looks at the screen, right? She's just playing around with it. Then this lady click-clacking on her screen, right? This lady then writes a number and it shows me the number. Do you want to know how much that number said? It says 678,000 won. She's like, this is how much you have to pay. So, as I told you, my brother bought Apple Care for me. So I asked the lady, I'm like, so Apple Care doesn't cover it? So she's like, wait, hold on. Then she's click-clacking again. You know, she's click-clacking on her screen. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, yo, but why didn't she ask me if I have Apple Care first? Like, does she think I'm dumb? Like, is it because I'm a foreigner that you're going to treat me differently? Like, do I look dumb to you? Like, I have Apple Care and I know I have Apple Care, but you didn't ask me if I had Apple Care first before you wanted to write your 678,000 won on your paper, right? So that's what got me tight. Because even in New York City, the first question that an Apple specialist will ask you is if you have Apple Care. She did not ask me if I have Apple Care, but yet you were an Apple reseller and you know about Apple Care, so why didn't you ask me about if I had Apple Care? So I was like, okay. So then she was like, okay, hold on. then she was like, okay, we're gonna take your laptop and we're gonna notify Apple if they could cover your whole expense. I'm like, Apple would have covered my whole expense because I have Apple Care for 3 years. What are you talking about? Like, so she's like, yeah, we'll take it in, we'll send you an email if they do cover it. So I'm like, okay, good, fine. So it's a 50-50 chance that I have to pay the 678,000 won money that she's requiring me to pay for this laptop, or I get it for free through Apple Care. So like when she told me that, I'm texting my sister. I'm like, yo, I mean, I'm about to send my laptop to America, fix it for me, because I know Apple Care does this for free. So I texted my sister. She's like, yo, send it right away. But at that time, I already gave it to the lady and it wasn't in the lady's hand. I just wanted to get my MacBook fixed because I knew if I sent it to America, I would have got it 2 weeks later, probably like 2 to 3 or a month later. You know, I was just not having it. I needed my MacBook ASAP. Like, I wanted to edit my video and I wanted to do my project. Then I meet up with Arlene and I'm telling her about the whole situation. She's just like, I don't know what you should do. I think you should just go send it to America. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's go back and go get it. So we go back the same day and go get it. And mind you, this is where stuff really even got more sketchy than before. So I go up to the lady, same lady again, and I'm just like, I want my MacBook back because I'm gonna go send it to America. Instead of this lady to say okay, this lady's like, why? I'm like, because they're sending, I had to lie. I said they're sending me a replacement MacBook and I'm just gonna go ship this one back. She's like, but why don't you want our services? I'm like, sis, if you don't go to the back and get my stuff, like, I'm not playing with you. Give me my MacBook back. Like, you're trying to charge me 678,000 won. Like, what do you think this is? Like, who got that type of money? Like, me? I look rich? Okay, no, I do not. She kept saying, why? And then that's the crazy part. This lady gonna go tell me, oh, we bought the part for your screen. What you mean you bought the part for my screen? So you mean to tell me, you told me it takes Apple a week to get back to you. Like, before she told me it took Apple a week to get back to her to see if they could cover it. So she's gonna hit me back in 3 days to 7 days. I'm like, so why would you go ahead and go buy the laptop screen part? So regardless of not, if Apple didn't get back to you, you guys are gonna fix this thing, and then I'm gonna come back and this thing would be fixed, and if they didn't cover it, I'm gonna have to pay 678,000 won? Are you kidding me? No, this lady was, nah. I was just like, no. I'm like, no, you need, I said, Anio, you need to give me my stuff back because I need to go back home and go ship this to America. Like, I was really weighing all my options at that moment. I was like, yo, I'm gonna ship this back to America today or tomorrow with the post office. It's gonna get there this time. I'm gonna get it back this time, you know? You're going to the Apple store, they're gonna fix your screen for you on spot. You know, they would say come back later in the day, or they would tell you come back 3 days later. It's not telling me a whole week to contact Apple. So you telling me I'm gonna be waiting here a week for you to hear back from Apple just to see if they could cover my expenses? Are you crazy? And then on top of that, she tells me she buys another screen part. I'm like, yo, give me my MacBook, bro. Give me my MacBook. So she's like, oh, you're gonna have to wait here 30 minutes for us to cancel the order. I'm like, I'ma wait because I'm not playing. Like, you need to give me back my MacBook. So I sat down. It wasn't even 30 minutes before she gave me back my MacBook. It was 15. So what are you really, like, what are you really getting disappointed for? Because you didn't make a profit off of me? Off a foreigner that you tried to take advantage of and not ask them if they had Apple Care in the first place? And try to think that I was going to whip out my card and say, oh, I'm ready to pay the 678,000 won deposit? No, miss. You got me messed up. I was very angry. Like, how can you even, like, you're gonna tell me it takes a week to, so first off, she told me it takes a week to get back from Apple. Then she gonna tell me 678,000 won to fix the screen, and then you gonna ask me why? Sis, that's 3 strikes and you're out. Like, I was pissed leaving that place, and I'm like, yo, never again will I ever come back to this Frisbee place. If you're watching this, do not go to Frisbee. Do not go to Frisbee to get your stuff fixed, because they will overcharge you. You actually go to the store, the Apple store, because they opened up an Apple store in January. Thank God. Thank God for that, because I got, so good news, after all that bad news, after all that hassle, later in that day, I called up Apple from America, and they said that they had an Apple store in Sinsa. It's kind of like in the Gangnam area. So they have an Apple store in Gangnam. It's called Apple Garusol. Garusil. It's gonna be right here, but it's in Cinsa on the orange line. So thank God for that Apple store, because I got my MacBook fixed for free. If you have any problems with your Apple products, go to the Apple store in Cinsa, not to Frisbee, that Apple reseller, because they will overcharge you for nothing. It didn't make no sense. And even, this is the crazy part, when I went to the Apple store, they did the procedure that I thought they would do. He asked me, do you have Apple Care? And I'm like, yes, I do. He asked me for my email. He asked me for all my information. And I'm not even gonna lie, all the people in the Apple store are way friendlier than the people at Frisbee, and they all look good too. Them people look good. And that place, that environment is just nicer, you know? It just feels like an Apple store. It is the Apple store, but it feels like a New York City Apple store. So I felt close to home when I went to Apple store instead of that stupid Frisbee reseller. So asked me if I had an Apple Care and whatnot, and I was like, yes, I do. Mind you, when he brought up the price of how much it was supposed to be to fix my screen, you wouldn't believe it. Like,
my receipt, I didn't have to pay anything. You see, some other people's are scammers. Alright, thank you so much.
The price to fix my screen was 587,000 won. Sis, where you get this whole $90 from? 90,000 won from? So yeah, they was really trying to rip me off, and that's what really pissed me off. And this is for y'all, because I'm helping y'all out. My struggles is probably a blessing to you. So if you ever have an Apple product problem, go to the Apple store in Cinsa. Because the Apple Frisbee store, that Frisbee reseller, Apple reseller is BS. That Apple reseller is BS. And they will overcharge you for nothing. For nothing. Like, I don't know what kind of profit you guys are making off of just overcharging people for nothing when there's an Apple store actually in the country. Like, does that make sense? Wouldn't y'all want to compete against the Apple store so people could come to you more often? But no, my experience was bad. Do not go there. Go to the Apple store. The people are friendlier and nicer, and that's it. Look at my lovely laptop. Look at my lovely laptop. Look at my baby. Look at my baby. Look at my baby. I mean, it got a couple of stains on it, but look at my baby. They even put this on the back for it. They put like this screen protector. Look at my baby. Look at my baby. Like, I love this. Like, I just got it for Christmas, and y'all sitting here trying to overcharge me for half of what that laptop costs. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go to the Apple Frisbee store. Go to the Apple store. Save yourself a trip. Save yourself your money and go to the Apple store. If you have Apple Care, go to the Apple store in Cinsa. Y'all can laugh at my pain, because I feel like these things are happening to me for a reason, so I could come and tell you guys about it. Hopefully the devil don't try to do anything else to me while I'm here. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm just trying to live my best life, you know. I'm just trying to live my life out here, and I don't know. If that one bad thing happens to you in Korea, definitely take my advice and just go straight to the Apple store. And also do your research. And also shout out to the Apple people in America, because y'all really helped me. They helped me set up an appointment. I really do love Apple. And guys, if you guys like this video, which I don't know if anybody gonna like this video, because I'm livid in this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, comment down below what you guys would have did in my situation after that lady would have told you what she told me about my MacBook. And subscribe. And also follow me on my social media, Instagram and Snapchat, who is Toyosi. It's your girl Arahan, and I'm signing off. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.